Hey everybody, welcome back. In my obscene absence, I am so sorry, there has been quite a bit of Pokemon news, like a lot. They keep revealing stuff, like, I'm just like, okay, that seems cool, like the game's coming out in 2 months, oh my god, what is this? You know, you feel me. Anyway, within this period of time that I've been gone, there's been a lot of news that I did not cover, which someone else probably covered. I'm sure you got it from somebody else. Anyway, this past week, there's been quite a bit of news, and then I think the week or two following up to that, there's been some stuff too. So I'm just gonna do a quick recap, and then we'll be caught up, and then hopefully the next time something big happens, I will be here to tell you about it, and it will be just like the old days. Wouldn't that be great? That'd be great. First up is video footage from Pokemon Sun and Moon that was released in a Japanese magazine called V-Jump a little bit past the midway point in August. Now, this may seem kind of far back, and why are you covering this, Alex? You suck. Yeah, okay. Well, I didn't even know that this existed, so I figured I'm going to include this right now, too. Basically, what this footage is covering is a new side quest in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Apparently, throughout the game, there will be a variety of side quests, and in this one, you're picking up overturned Pyukumuku, and you're putting them back in the ocean, and some dude is paying you big bucks for it. So it's pretty cool. It's basically a really first look at like actual gameplay, someone walking around. I didn't even know this had happened. So there you go. Video in the description. All these videos are going to be in the description. Next, if you're one of the few people still playing XY or Oris, just kidding, I'm still playing XY Oris too. The Victini event you can get via mystery gift online. You can go get that until September 24th. That's still pretty relevant. Europe, Australia, North America, it's live for all three, so go and get that if you don't have it. Or if you're like me and you don't know what Victini is, then just don't, because, you know, you don't need that piece of shit. Soon after the release of the Victini event, the Pokemon Company dropped a video showcasing the new Alolan Rattata, as well as the ability to get a Munchlax if you pre-order the game. Now, the cool thing about this Munchlax is that it comes with the Snorlax, or the new Z-Move item thing that makes your Snorlax go crazy. Yeah, so if you pre-order the game, you're going to get a Munchlax with that item, and Snorlax is super cool, so you probably want the item, so you should probably do that because everyone loves Snorlax. Also, if you're Japanese and you download the game, you get 12 quick balls with it. Okay. The day after that, Niantic, the guys who developed Pokemon GO, you know, that game that actually got everyone to go outside, they announced the new buddy system on their DS. No, on their phone. No, on their app. They announced this new buddy system where you get to pick a Pokemon to be your buddy and it'll walk around with you. But the important part of this feature, besides getting to hang out with your favorite Pokemon, is that it'll give you extra candies of that species. So instead of playing Russian roulette every time you go outside in the sweltering heat trying to find Charmander, you can just walk around with your Charmander and get those extra candies so you can finally get a Charizard. Now on Tuesday, Pokemon dropped a fat trailer, like oh my god, fat. We got introduced to a new Pokemon called Type Null. Now this thing is literally synthesized from other Pokemon. It's basically a Chimera, and it's Gladian's main partner in the series games. Gladian is a Team Skull enforcer. He's a bad guy. He holds his hand like this and when he's fighting or something like that. Now, it wears this mask which controls its powers and hinders its agility because apparently this Pokemon is just so strong. If you don't do that, it'll just be out of control. Think kind of like Mewtwo back in the days of Pokemon the first movie. For that reason, you're probably not going to be able to find a bunch of these things just out in the wild. It'll probably be like an event Pokemon or maybe an after story event thing in the games itself, but don't expect to probably walk around in the grass and just find a million of these synthesized Pokemon called Type Null. That'd be pretty weird. Then we get to see Jangmo. It's a dragon type. It has this one ability, guys. You might have heard of it before. Soundproof. Now, what's cool about Soundproof is it stops sound moves. What's a big sound move? Hyper Voice. Oh, that's normal type. No big deal. No, what the f? Every fairy type learns Pixelate and Hyper Voice. Gardevoir, Sylveon. You finally get to shut that shit down. It's gonna be glorious. Jangmo. You find them in canyons. That's what it said on the website. So if you want one, look in canyons in the new game. Alolan Raticate was then released. It's fat, really fat. They say it's because it has a higher calorie diet than regular Raticate, but its cheeks are all like, so like, you know, if that's your jam, go ahead, but I hate that Pokemon. Then we get a huge bombshell dropped on us. The two games, Sun and Moon, are going to be shown and played 12 hours apart from each other. So whatever time your DS is on, The Pokemon Sun will be following that clock. Pokemon Moon will be 12 hours away from that. So if you're playing one version, if you're playing Sun during the day, it'll look like it's daytime. But if you're playing Moon during the day, it's gonna be nighttime, assuming your DS is set to the right time. That's pretty cool for a couple of reasons. One, different Pokemon encounters between the two games. That's amazing. Two, different events actually happen between the two different games. Like Totem Pokemon will be different. Believe it or not, a big part of this happened because the director, Shigeru Omori said he really focused on the atmosphere of these games. He really wanted to incorporate the player and bring him into the environment. And that's why you see so many different landscapes in these trailers. You see like daytime and nighttime, just like, you know, gold and silver, but you get to see like afternoon, evening, you see shooting stars. He put a huge emphasis into the environment. And so by setting the games differently, you get two different experiences according to, you know, when you play the game, and it should be very immersive. The Aether Foundation was the next thing revealed. Now, this is a group of people who help protect Pokemon from Team Skull. They created an artificial island, which acts as a paradise for these Pokemon that are being hunted or need help from Team Skull. Cena and Dexio, the right and left hands of Professor Sycamore from Pokemon X and Y. I hope you got that reference. That was a Pokemon Feet Fact. They're going to make an appearance in these games as well. They're going to give the player the Zygarde Cube. Now, the Zygarde Cube allows you to go and collect Zygarde cores and cells around the Alola region on the overworld. Little things will sparkle. You pick them up, you put them in there, and apparently if you gather enough, the path to finding Zygarde will become clear. That being said, there's also a screenshot that shows either, I think, Cena or Dexio talking about 5 heroes from back in the Unova region or wherever X and Y took place. Meaning that if he remembers those events, Pokemon Sun and Moon guaranteed happen after Pokemon X and Y in chronological order. So that's pretty cool too. We also get a brand new feature called Pokemon Finder. Now what Pokemon Finder is a dumbed down version of Pokemon Snap for the Nintendo 64 back in the day. So Pokemon Finder, your Rotom Pokédex, will allow you to take pictures of Pokemon, and they're gonna be cute, and then people can vote on them and give them thumbs up, and if you get enough thumbs ups or something, new features like Zoom will become available, which sounds really cool. Except for you can only take these pictures in certain locations around Alola, so it's not just gonna be, I want to take a picture here. I want to take a picture here. You're not Todd Snap. You're not. And the final thing we see in the American trailer, haha, stay tuned. The Ultra Beast 01. This jellyfish thing comes out. Boom. If you've been on the internet in the past week, you probably heard all the speculation. Oh, this thing looks like Lily. Well, if you go on the website and you read its description, UB01 is said to resemble that of a young girl. And when you remember that Lily's original description on the website said that she plays an important role in Sun and Moon and that she's Kukui's mysterious assistant, the tie there is pretty strong. So Ultra Beast 01 and Lily, they're probably strongly related, if not one and the same. That'll be pretty interesting to see though, and just keep that in mind. Now, the Japanese trailer that was released at the same time as this American trailer had a lot of cool different scenes in it. It had basically the same information, except for there's a part where the Pokemon trainer is throwing a Pokeball and he's catching this Pokemon that we haven't seen before. Now, this thing looks like Cutiefly. It looks like it might be an evolution of Cutiefly. Either way, we have no information on it besides the fact that it exists, and it's probably going to be in the new games. And then yesterday, we got this amazing trailer of the 2 new legendary box art things. They're flying around. They look great. Lots of gameplay. And we get to see an NPC that looks like flippin' Professor Oak. Ends up being Samson Oak, Professor Oak's cousin from the Alola region. Oh my god, what the heck? Within this trailer, there's a lot of other cool stuff too. Nothing basically new. It's a really pretty trailer. Definitely worth watching. But the biggest thing, Professor Oak's cousin. Holy crap. What? Think we're caught up. I got another video coming for you guys actually really soon. It's on cool stuff, so you should see that. Streaming a lot, guys. Twitch.tv/Ogloza. Come hang out. We do Let's Plays in Battle Spot, and I think we're top 10 in the Battle Spot ladder right now or something. We used to be top 5. I just started to suck again. So, come check it out. Hopefully you guys stayed till the end. That's awesome, and thanks so much for being here, guys. I'm excited to be making content for you guys again, and thank you for your patience. Talk to you guys soon. Have a great weekend. Peace.